Hey, good evening, attendees. Welcome and thank you for joining our webinar on how to build a creative digital marketing portfolio. We are back to our regular episodes, and this is actually our 26th episode since the beginning of this webinar series. And it's good to be back. I am Jeannie Sun, the founder of Quiet Marketing and a proud member of Connected Women Philippines. I've been doing webinars for 2 years now, and I recently founded Quiet Marketing actually just this year. It's an avenue for aspiring marketers and entrepreneurs to stay updated on the latest marketing insights. Alright, so before we begin with our webinar, just a few friendly reminders. Please engage in the live chat and let us know that you're here, where you're tuning in. Let's all maintain a safe and professional space for everyone. You can also drop your questions as early as now, and I'll address it in the live chat after our discussion. You can shout out your friends and your school, of course, and of course don't forget to say goodbye at the end of this webinar episode 26. So this is your unconventional webinar. No fluff marketing, no long intros, no blah blah blah, just straight to the point marketing insights that saves you time and energy, because we know that your time is valuable. Okay, so if I could give one solid piece of advice to fresh grads or aspiring social media marketing managers or any marketing roles that you are into, it's to be prepared. And in this industry, your skills matter, but the real game changer is your portfolio. So it's not just a requirement, it's your tool for visibility, your proof of work, and your shortcut to getting hired. And before the interviews, before the job offers, your portfolio does the talking for you. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to build one that stands out. So let's get into it. So first is to define what really is a marketing portfolio. We have top 5 key definitions here. So it's your career starter pack, meaning it's a collection of your essential skills or your work needed to begin as a marketer. Okay, so even as a student, this is your head start. You don't need a job title to start building your future. Your portfolio is your launchpad, and it's how you show the world that you're already on your way. So you start early and you show up prepared. Okay, it's also a proof of your skills, not just what you say, but what you can show. Anyone can say they know marketing, right? But showing actual work, that's what sets you apart. Okay, so a portfolio proves your skills, and you don't need to over explain yourself. Okay, so it's also a personal or your personal brand story, which means that it reflects your vibe, your values, and your voice as a marketer. So this isn't just about your work samples. Your portfolio is your story. Maipapakita mo dito kung paano ka nagsimula and how far you've come. So it's your style. Are you leaning towards upbeat designs? It shows your personality dito sa portfolio mo, or your work style, your edge, your identity as a creative. It's where people feel who you are. And it could also mean a shortcut to getting hired. So it makes it easier for employees, or for employers to see your value fast. And let's be real that no one has time to guess what you can do. So a good portfolio does the talking for you. So it's how you make a solid first impression without even saying a word. And it's also your creative track record. It's a collection of your work that speaks louder than your resume. So your resume or your CV lists your roles, but your portfolio shows your results. It's your highlight reel, the work that backs up your name. So your portfolio, it's not just another template. A template will give you a concept, yes, but it will still depend on what you actually do as a marketer. Sure, it's helpful, but you will not stand out. You will just be another generic portfolio, right? So make sure that in creating or building your portfolio, it's your story, it's your value, not just another template, okay? So yan yung first career advice ko for you guys, is to build your portfolio as early as now. It's your preparation for your career as a marketer. And of course, as someone that handles operations for our company, we've been hiring interns, hundreds of interns for um, quite some time now. So I am involved particularly for the internship procedure and the hiring process as well. So one of the things we look for a candidate is a portfolio. Not only that it speeds up our hiring process, but it also helps us visualize the actual work of a person, not just assessment through words. But if you have a portfolio, it provides us a visual representation of your skills. So madaling salita, a marketing portfolio is your tool. It helps you market yourself to potential employers or even clients. And so today we're going to learn how to build a creative portfolio. So this is not about the design, but more on the anatomy of a great marketing portfolio. Okay, so this is more on the design and aesthetic part. So just to give you an idea or a concept of what a creative marketing portfolio looks like. And of course, we also have a webinar topic for how to launch your own professional digital marketing website using Canva. So this topic is more on the design, but I'm not going to discuss that, and I'm not going to teach you how to do that yet. So that is happening on July 12th. So be sure to register for that webinar. Okay. Alright, so let's begin with the anatomy of a marketing portfolio. What actually goes into your marketing portfolio. So before you even start designing or adding content to your portfolio, there's one thing that you need to get clear on. It's the anatomy. Think of your portfolio like a body. So each part serves a purpose, and when everything works together, the whole thing comes to life. Okay, so understanding the anatomy of marketing portfolio helps you stay focused. It gives structure to your work and makes sure that what you're building actually supports your goal, whether it's landing an internship, getting hired, or attracting freelance clients. So in this section, we'll walk you through the key parts that make up a strong standout portfolio, not just what to include, but why it matters. So let's break it down. So let's talk about the one thing first people see in your marketing portfolio. So it's your bio. Now, I know that what you're thinking, do people even read this? So the short answer is yes, absolutely. And in most cases, it's the first thing that gives hiring managers a feel of who you are beyond the skills, beyond the templates. A portfolio bio is that short intro at the start of your portfolio. So usually it's just 3 to 5 sentences, not an autobiography. You don't need to start with "I was born in blah blah blah." Think of it as your elevator pitch in written form. Quick, it's powerful, and enough to make someone say, "Okay, I want to learn more about this person." So, what are the things that you include in your bio? Is, of course, your name. This one's obvious, okay? But you'd be surprised how many forget to lead with this. Make sure your name is upfront, clear, and matches your resume. So, a one sentence summary of what you can do. This is your headline, the vibe of your brand. Are you a digital marketing student focused on content? Are you a creative with an eye for strategy? So here's a simple format you can use. I'm a insert your title or your student with a passion for your area of expertise. So for example, I'm a marketing graduate passionate about social media, storytelling, and brand building. So don't try to sound deep, you just need to sound clear, and that's more powerful. Okay, so your current or your most recent role, even if it's just your internship included, it shows action, not just intention. So you can say, I recently completed my internship with a company name where I work on for a project or a task. So mention what kind of task you perform for that internship. So this gives your bio weight. You're not just learning, you're doing. You can also include 1 to 3 key achievements. This is your flex zone, but make sure that it's focused. Highlight anything measurable, creative, or impactful. Was it a campaign you work on, a design that got you picked up, growth engagement if you're managing social media platforms? Even small wins count. Okay, so just keep it relevant. Don't include your most behave award from high school. Only the things that you can highlight your measurable, creative, and impactful work. Okay, so you could also add here your career goals. Wrap it up with a direction. Where are you headed? What kind of work excites you? This shows your intention and your alignment. For example, you can say, I'm currently looking to grow into a digital marketing role that allows me to combine creativity and strategy to help brands connect with Gen Z audiences. Of course, the tricky part is that people often overlook the tone in your portfolio. So if you want to work with fun brands, your bio should feel light and fresh. If you're applying for a non-profit focused agency, go with something more grounded and sincere. Okay, so if also you're looking for a corporate or business to business marketing, you just keep it clean, clear, and slightly more, of course, professional. So there's no one right voice, just the voice that fits you and your target industry. Okay, so a quick recap. A great bio includes your name, a quick summary of what you do, your most recent experience, a few key wins, and your direction or your goal. And remember, keep it short so every word counts, and make it sound like you, but the best version of you. Okay? Okay, next up is how to showcase your work samples in your portfolio. So let's talk about the heart of your portfolio. It's your work sample. So you probably heard the advice, show, don't tell. And this is where that really applies. Your bio tells who you are, but your work samples, that's where you show them what you can actually do. So what goes into a work sample section? So this part should include 3 to 5 of your best projects, not just random outputs, but work that shows your skills, your potential, and your creative thinking. Think of this as your highlight reel. Tips for you choosing work samples is number one is to pick your best, not just the most recent. Okay, ask yourself, which of my projects would I proudly show a hiring manager today? Show variety, but keep it relevant. For example, if you're applying for a social media role, include caption series, a campaign, and maybe a short form video idea. So don't fill it with academic papers, okay? Include visuals or live links. Make your work clickable or seeable. Embed images of your work like carousel or a layout, or link out to blogs if you have write-ups or reels or published content. So dito papasok yung topic natin for how to launch your digital marketing launchpad using Canva. So making sure that yung portfolio nyo will be clickable, yung mga work samples nyo will be clickable. Okay, so also add short context. Don't just drop screenshots. Explain what the project is, your role, and what impact it had. Okay, so if you created an IG campaign for a small cafe and you've reached 15,000 organic engagement, that's already something to include. Customize your audience. If you're applying for a startup, or maybe you can highlight fast-paced creative work. If it's a corporate role, choose structured, strategic-based samples. You can even create multiple portfolio versions for different industries or roles. So, dito papasok yung pag sa customization for your audience, meaning you need to really be creative in terms of your portfolio. So, hindi lang tayo nakafocus sa isang portfolio na pwede mo nang ma-apply sa lahat ng industries. Make sure that it's aligned with who you are applying for. Okay? So, ang bonus tip natin when it comes to your work samples, and even if your projects were for school, for example, gumawa kayo ng for marketing students, 'di ba, nagkakaroon kayo ng requirement for webinars, 'di ba? You're looking for resource speakers, and then you are creating a social media poster for this webinar campaign. So, yung mga ganong bagay, you can include it. If wala pa kayong masyadong experience, you can include your school projects for your portfolio. Okay, so even if it's for freelance or personal passion, you can include it if you don't have any experience. Okay, so they still count. Just make sure that they show your skill, your creativity, and your thought process. Okay, so don't worry if you're not a full-time professional yet. Your approach matters just as much as the final output. So just a few final reminder here is, it's not just about what you did, but how you think as a marketer na ipapakita mo siya dito. So take your time curating this part. Make it clean, make it clear, and compelling. So let your work speak, and let it speak loud. Okay, so how to write a strong project summary, or your project results of each of your work samples. Now that you've chosen your best work to include in your portfolio, let's talk about the caption under the post. So the project summary. How to write a strong project summary result for each work sample. Kanina, nakapili ka na. What are the top 3 work samples that you will showcase for your digital marketing portfolio. Now, once you've chosen your best work samples to include in your portfolio, let's talk about the caption under the post, or what we simply call the project summary. So you don't just drop a visual or a link and call it a day. You have to add content like a mini case study so that anyone reviewing your portfolio understands what the project was really about. So think of this like your behind the scenes commentary. Your project summary should answer these: who was it for? What was the goal? What did you do specifically? And did it work? What were the results? Okay, so who was it for? Let the viewer know if it was a real client, a school project, a passion project, or even a collab. Okay, example, you can say specific work sample created for a student-led online thrift store campaign. And what was the goal? Give a short line about what the project was trying to achieve. Example, the goal was to boost engagement and increase product awareness for their soft launch. What did you do specifically? So be clear on your role. Were you the strategist, the designer, the copywriter, the analyst? You can say, I handled the campaign concept for copywriting and scheduled the IG content. Did it work? What were the results? If possible, include actual performance or outcomes. Even small wins count. Okay, for example, you can include that the campaign reached 8,000 plus organic impressions and led to 25 sales in the first week. So those are the examples of how to showcase your project results. So you don't need to write a whole paragraph, just 3 to 4 sentences that answers those questions clearly, clean, straight to the point, and no buzzwords. So this shows hiring managers that you don't just produce, you think, you measure, and then you improve. Okay? There. Okay, so now, what to include in your portfolio resume? Okay, so let's talk about the resume part of your portfolio. So this section gives people a quick snapshot of your background. So make it simple, skimmable, and straight to the point. So here's what you should include. Of course, is your education. List your school, course, and your year. If you're still a student, say so. So it's totally fine. For example, BSBA, major in marketing, XYZ University, expected year of graduation 2026, blah blah blah. Kung may academic honors or leadership roles, add it, but of course keep it short. And of course, your work experience, include any past jobs, even if it's part-time work or freelance gigs. Even non-marketing roles count kahit walang kinalaman sa pagiging marketer mo. Work experience is work experience, because pagdating sa work experience, it just shows that you have a background on how an actual work environment works. So it's important, or it's crucial that you include this in your portfolio. Okay, especially if you've gained transferable skills like communication, teamwork, or problem solving. Okay, make sure to list the company name, the job title, the dates, alaga to, short one-liner of what you did for that specific work experience. Okay? And you could, since karamihan naman sa inyo ay mga students and fresh graduates, or even graduating students, your internship is a valid experience. So include your practicum or your on-the-job training. Highlight the brand or the company you work with and what you did during that program. Okay? Kung kung may marketing output ka from that experience, it's even better. So you link it to your work samples. If it's in the web, if it's in a social media page, you link it to your work portfolio. And yun nga ang sinasabi ko, later on I will teach you how to do that using Canva website. Alright, so that topic is for July 12. Okay, so make sure to be there too. Alright, so of course, ang mga certifications natin and trainings are online courses, webinars, marketing, bootcamps, lahat yan you can include in this part of your portfolio. Add the title of the training, where you took it, and the date. For example, if you attended a Meta social media marketing course in 2024 or early 2025, it shows that you are taking initiative to grow. Hiring managers love candidates who have passion for continuous learning. Okay, so there. And of course, final tip natin for creating this part of your portfolio is to format it cleanly. Gamitin mo yung bullets or short lines, no full paragraphs. This isn't the place to write essays, okay? Keep it updated. Every time you level up, add it here. Kaya yun ang kagandahan if you have a marketing portfolio already in place, so that you can update it regularly. Every time that you've learned a thing or two, you can add it here in this part. So your goal here is to make it easy for the reader to see your growth at a glance. Okay, so that's it. You don't need to overthink it. Just show them what you've done and where you're headed. Okay, now let's wrap up your portfolio with something super important but often overlooked. It's your contact details. If someone wants to hire you, they need to know how to reach you fast and professionally. So here's what you should include. So professional email address. Ito kadalasan yung mga common mistakes of fresh grads or entry-level applicants is that they use unprofessional emails like I love K-drama forever at gmail.com. So use a clean format, something like your first name and your last name at gmail.com. If kaya, use the same email you use for job applications or LinkedIn. Okay, so that's what it means when we say professional email address. It should include your name, your real name. Okay, and of course your phone number, make sure it's active and that you can receive calls, texts. No need for landlines or multiple numbers. Just keep it simple. Okay, and of course ito yung isa ko din na advice sa inyo is gumawa na kayo ng LinkedIn profile, because LinkedIn is still relevant. Most of the employers or hiring managers are in LinkedIn, lalo na for internships or for entry-level jobs. Add the link and make sure it's updated. Okay, so you create your LinkedIn account and you can add it in your portfolio. Check your profile photo, check your bio, check activity, even just a few helps. Okay, so other professional links: do you have a portfolio website, a separate IG for your creative work or digital content? Include it as long as it's professional. Okay, when it comes to social media accounts, only link social media channels that is work related or brand building. Okay, so a few final reminders for this is that you test also every link that you include before you submit your portfolio. Keep your details consistent across all platforms make it easy for people to contact you without guessing or digging, because when someone likes your work, you don't want them to give up just trying to figure out how to reach you. So keep it clear, keep it clickable. Okay, so a while back we're talking about just the portfolio itself, but of course, since we're talking about on how to build a creative digital marketing portfolio, what is an online or a digital portfolio? Okay, what is it for? So basically, it's just a digital proof of who you are as a marketer. So kapag may nagtanong sa'yo na, can I see your work? Anong sasagot mo? Kung wala kang may send na link or file right away, that's your sign to build your online portfolio like ngayon na. So ano ba ang online portfolio? Basically, ito yung digital collection of your work samples, the work that you do, and you could do it as a personal website. Pero hindi mo kailangan maging technical para mabuo mo ito. You just need a place where people can see what you do and what you've done and who you are as a creative marketer. And yun nga, yung magiging topic natin for July 12, how to launch your digital marketing portfolio using Canva. Okay, so bakit online? Bakit hindi PDF? Or naka-folder lang sa Drive? Okay, so simple. Your presence is equals to power. Kapag searchable ka, mas credible ka. Kapag clickable ka, mas accessible ka. So here's what an online portfolio lets you do. You reach more potential clients. Ibig sabihin, kahit taga-ibang bansa, pwede ka nilang mahanap. Send your work as a link. Hindi na kailangan mag-send ng mga mabibigat na files kasi you already have a built-in portfolio that is clickable and it's working as a link and anyone can view it. Okay, embed it in your resume. So organize it into categories. Pwedeng may tab for graphics, another for writing, or another one for social media campaigns. And add designs and interactive elements. Ipakita mo na may creative eye ka. Okay, so you could link your socials and your websites. I-connect mo na rin yung TikTok mo, IG mo, kung doon ka nagma-market. Okay, so easily update. If you have a new project, you upload it immediately so that you're always ready for any job opportunities. Okay, so now ito na ang common question is saan ako gagawa ng portfolio? May bayad ba yan? Of course, there are a lot of free tools and you can try Canva Builder. It's beginner friendly. It's just drag and drop. You also have WordPress for more techie people kung gusto mong mas customizable. You also have Journal Portfolio, simple and clean layout for writers and marketers. And we also have Squarespace, medyo may bayad pero super polished look. And we also have Wix. Ito yung kadalasan ginagamit ng mga students, yung Wix. Flexible design options and very visual. So, start with Canva. And kung gusto mong madali and no pressure, then upgrade later when you're ready to invest. And I know, baka iniisip mo pa rin na paano ako gagawa niyan kung wala akong experience. So, relax kasi ang sagot natin ay nasa next topic natin, which is on July 12. Pero now, your portfolio is not about being perfect. It's about showing that you're learning, you're building, and improving. Okay? Alright, so that actually ends our topic. So why this matters for your portfolio, why having a digital marketing portfolio for your career is we've talked about bios, we've talked about work samples, project results, contact details, the whole anatomy of a portfolio. But here's what I want you to remember is that your portfolio isn't just a requirement, it's your career compass. It's not just a collection of your school projects or your internship work, it's your proof of growth, your creative receipts, and your voice in the digital space, even before you land your first official job. In this generation where everyone's saying they're passionate about marketing, your portfolio is what shows it. It's how you stand out in a crowded inbox of hiring managers. You get noticed before the interview, build trust before you even speak, and most importantly is it's how you start seeing yourself not just as a student but as a marketer in the making. So take this seriously, be intentional, and build something you'll be proud to show the world. Okay? Because if there's one thing that's true in this industry, it's that the work speaks and let yours say something real. Alright, that wraps up our webinar on how to build a creative digital marketing portfolio. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Alright, so before we end this webinar, a few reminders for you to accomplish. We have sent you over through email the webinar testimonial evaluation link. Please like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and join our Facebook group, which is free marketing webinars. I've already provided you all of the links that you need to know, so make sure to check on your emails, and of course your e-certificates will follow shortly after this webinar. So thank you so much, guys, for being here today, for joining me. I'll see you on our next topic, which is on July 5th. That's on a Saturday. It's self-care practices for creators and entrepreneurs. Alright, so that's on July 5th. And we also have, of course, July 12th, launch your own professional digital marketing website using Canva. It's actually a continuation of our first episode for July. Also have July 19, building a profitable personal brand with AI. And for last topic for July is on July 26, choosing the right social media marketing platforms for businesses. So I hope you guys register for our upcoming webinars, and I'll see you during those episodes. So once again, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And hello to you in the live chat. Hello everyone who's here, who joined us today. And I'll see you on the next one, which is on Saturday, self-care practices for creators and entrepreneurs. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.